guys, welcome to day one of Bookmas. Today is Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas to everybody. If you don't celebrate Christmas, Merry Bookmas. I hope you're having a nice day, whatever you're doing. Yes, so today is day one of Bookmas. Like I said, I'm really excited for this series. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's definitely been really fun planning it. Oh, turning my TV on, interrupting me. So today is obviously day one, as I've said, and today I'm bringing you one Christmas book tag. That's how I've managed to wheedle that into one thing. So for this I went and did some searching on BookTube and I found a Christmas tag that I wanted to do. The one I chose is the Cozy Christmas book tag, which I found on the creator's channel, who I hadn't seen her channel before. So the creator of this tag runs the channel Call Me After Coffee, so I'll link that channel down below if you guys wanted to go and check it out. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so question number one is Twinkling Lights. What's the most beautiful book you own? So I do feel like I have quite a few books that I would consider beautiful, but for this I've decided to go for a Christmas book. So this is A Christmas Carol and Other Christmas Writings by Charles Dickens, and this is the Penguin Classics cloth bound edition. I have two of these editions and I just absolutely love them. I think they're so gorgeous, and this is very Christmassy with all its snowflakes. Question number two is the perfect tree. Would you pay more to get the prettiest edition of a book? And I probably would have said no in the past, but this year has taught me that the answer is yes. Because although I didn't buy myself this book, my boyfriend bought it for me, I ended up buying Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb in these illustrated editions, which I think are just beautiful. And I really hope that she ends up doing them for all of the whole series, because I will be buying all of them. And even the end pages are just, can you see that? I don't want to bend the book. It's hardback, so it's not going to bend. What am I talking about? But that's the map of the 6 duchies right there. And this is just absolutely stunning. And throughout there are illustrations. I'll show you one of the illustrations in this book too. Can you see that with the glare? Yeah, absolutely gorgeous illustrations. And yeah, I'm so happy to have this, and yes, I would pay more. Okay, question number three is build a snowman. Make a Christmas stack, a Christmas book stack with colour or theme. So what I'm going to do is at the end of this video, I'm going to go and do that, and I'll film myself doing that. And initially I wanted to try and make a Christmas tree book stack, which I did kind of try the other day and failed miserably, but I might try that again. Otherwise I will resort to the traditional book stack. Okay, question number four, Crackling Fire. What book makes you feel warm and cozy? And so for this I have to go with the Nevermore series by Jessica Townsend. So this is the Trials of Morrigan Crow. This is the first one. I've read this one and I've read the second one, which is Wonder Smith. I haven't read Hollow Pops yet, but we've got it. Myself and my partner read this together. It's just such a cozy world. I don't know if that is the right way to describe it, but it makes me feel cozy because everything is so magical and everything feels cozy. Especially in book two, there's a setting on a train which feels super cozy and warm. I won't say what it is, obviously, because it's in book two. But yeah, this whole series is just so great and magical, and I absolutely love sitting on the sofa with a cup of tea, reading it and just delving into this world. I think Jessica Townsend is a genius. She comes up with the most magical things. Question number five is knee-high socks. What's the longest book you've ever read? And the longest book I've ever read, and I'm so sorry if basically all my Vlogmas videos are going to have some kind of a link to Robin Hobb, because this year I found out that I'm a massive Robin Hobb fan. I've fallen in love with her books, and it feels like that's all I can talk about, because I'm not a very fast reader and her books are big, so it's kind of monopolised a lot of my time over this past year. But anyway, the longest book that I've read is The Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. Like I've said many times, family drama, fantasy setting, multi-perspective, serpents eating people, ships coming to life. It's really great. Okay, question number six is ugly sweaters. What is the ugliest book that you own? And this, I felt bad for saying any book was ugly. So what I've come up with is my ugliest book that I own, which isn't that ugly. It's just old-fashioned. It's kind of ugly. It is ugly. It's not very nice colours. And it's this one. It's The Birth of a New Physics. I don't know why I said that so slow, but there we go. And as you can see, the cover is pretty old-fashioned. But I wouldn't say it was necessarily hideous. I mean, it's 3 people's faces, so for me to say that's ugly is pretty harsh. But it's the most old-fashioned book that I have, and therefore the most ugliest in my opinion. Question number 7 is blizzards. What's a book set in winter, or a book that gives you the chills or has dark themes? And for this, I'm going to choose The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. So this is kind of a book based on Russian folklore, and it's set in a wintry woods. There's some creepy things that happen, there's some wandering in the woods alone, and it's kind of scary in that respect. But it does definitely have like a dark, kind of cold, blizzardy vibe to it. And it's very, very good. I would highly recommend it. I'm really, really desperate to get to book 2 in that series. It's a trilogy. I think it's called the Winter Night Trilogy, maybe. And yeah, but I only have the second book on audio, which I foolishly bought without knowing what it was going to be like, because I really just can't get on with the narrator. So I need to find it in physical form or ebook version. Okay, and question number 8 is Home for the Holidays. For the rereaders out there, what book feels like going home? And for this, I could probably repeat myself by choosing books that are going to be my favourites in the year, which is Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern and any of Robin Hobb's books. But I haven't reread any of them, so I guess I don't know that they feel like home. What I do know is that in the Ship of Magic, every time the Six Duchies is mentioned, because this is set in the same world as the Farseer trilogy. So this is the first book in the Farseer trilogy, and this is the first book in the Live Ship Traders. And they're set in the same world, but they're in different places and the characters don't know each other. And this series of events happens just after the end of the first trilogy. So every time characters mention things in here that have happened in the first trilogy, that almost has that feeling of home, because you feel this attachment to characters you've already read about and you already love. And then these new characters that you're learning about are talking about them, and you feel like you have this insider knowledge where you feel like they belong to you, kind of thing, or you know about that part of the world. So then this book makes the first trilogy feel like home for you. Does that make sense? Yeah, so I'm sorry to go on and on and on and on and on about Robin Hobb, but I just can't tell you how much I love them so much. They're just so good. Okay, so that's the end of the tag video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to do the cozy Christmas book tag, then feel free, although I know after today and tomorrow Christmas is going to be like kind of a distant memory very quickly, probably. So yeah, but anyway, if you're ever looking to do a Christmas tag in the future, then I recommend this one because it was super fun. But yeah, so I'm gonna go now, and I will see you for day 2 tomorrow. So I'm going to leave you now to my book stack, however that turned out to be. I'm apprehensive because I'm not that great when it comes to building anything. Anyway, I hope everybody is having a lovely day, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you celebrate, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye.